Derek and I were working on each missed the time, so you wasn't able to see the early part of the lecture. And I hope I covered a little bit, we got a little bit of progress. But in this feature toolbar, well, I talked about sketch fillets. I believe that the feature fillets are a little bit more powerful tool, and we won't quite get to that this week, maybe next. I'd like to talk first about all the different options there are with extrusions, just extrusions alone. So, create a new card here. And I'm going to sketch just on the front plane, just sketch a circle. I'll define it, but it really doesn't make any difference what diameter it is. The exact diameter it is. I usually find something that's kind of close to what I sketched. So I'll go with a 2-inch diameter circle and go to Features and Extruded Boss Base. Now, so far, we've only explored, well, 2 options really. This blind option that you see, we're going to talk about the end condition here. And we messed around with blind end condition and mid-plane. Let me bump up the value so we can see it a little bit more clearly. Let's say, I'll make it 1.5 inches. It'll be a little bit more dramatic. So you know about blind and you know about mid-plane. Mid-plane takes that 1.5 inches and splits it in half. Let's go back to blind though. One of the options that we can place, well, let me go back and talk about that mid-plane. I'm sorry to back up on myself. If I choose mid-plane, obviously I can only control via the thickness an equal amount in each direction. It's got to, by its nature, it's going to make it equal. If I would like to make that unequal, say that I want it to extrude more toward me and not quite so much away, there's another option. I'm going to make the first direction blind. And I'm going to leave that at 1.5, but down beneath here we see an area called Direction 2. I also want you, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, to pay attention to this gray arrow here. First of all, I can control the direction by either hitting this button to the left of the word blind to force it backward. And that's why I always like to be in an isometric view when I view any feature, because I really don't know if I'm looking straight at it, whether it's coming towards me or going away. And if I decide out in the graphics area I want to click on that gray arrow, I can also change the direction by doing that. But nah, I just blew it here. Actually, it didn't expect it to click and drag. You'll notice that there is a free form ability. You get this little scale. It's not exact, but it's kind of a good little tool, especially for people that are doing things that are artistic. As soon as I click, though, to establish that first direction, I want you to look at the back of this arrow.